and welcome back to silence. Absolute silence. Absolutely.
Was
nothing.
I supposed to say something?
No, I just wanted to be weird with this intro. Hi, we're Rank Masters.
I thought you had frozen, so I was just sitting here like
Discord time, baby. Let's go. No, yeah, I froze IRL. That's what happened. But hi, hello. We're Rank Masters. We're the critics of internet lists. It's season 2, and I still haven't gotten that down yet.
That's fine. I made it like what 5 episodes in. So
yeah, that's
only
true.
Had 20 episodes to get it down.
Yeah. Anyway, hi, I'm Seth. This is my co-host Trace. As mentioned,
Trace.
yeah, that is your name. We're the critics of internet lists. And Trace, how you been doing? How are you today?
I am doing all right. For some reason, I'm dreading work, but I only have a 3-day work week ahead of me because I'm going to Philadelphia.
Oh, well, I mean, short work weeks are nice. Yeah, by the time this episode airs, you'll probably they'll be your last day of the week, right?
Philadelphia.
Hell yeah.
No, sorry. You're right.
Because this airs Wednesday.
I don't leave until Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so if you get there Wednesday, that's going to be silly.
Yeah, this isn't a big convention. Like, Philadelphia is much smaller than, like, some of the big stuff we've been to.
Makes sense, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm leaving Thursday.
This is the Wednesday. Season for, like, smaller fur cons, isn't it? Because there's Philadelphia, there's TTFC, there's another one that I heard of, but I don't remember the name of.
TFS that I went to?
No, like, that's coming up, like, this weekend, I think.
Oh, that this weekend? I have no idea.
I know Denver was the weekend that we're recording this, but I don't.
Yeah, Denver's happening right now.
Yeah, which is kind of silly. I've heard interesting things about Denver on Blue Sky.
You want to know something silly? My roommate that is from FD is in Denver right now. So they're doing back-to-back cons.
Oh, I mean, people do that. They go to every single con like once a week or something. I'm like, holy shit! How do you have that kind of money? How do you have that kind of PTO? Goddamn.
Well, a lot of them are like their fandom is their job.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Like, and also a lot of them have work from home stuff. So.
That's also true. Yeah.
There's a furry DJ that I know, and we were at a convention. I was like, "What are you doing? You want to hang out?" And he's like, "I'm working." And I was like, "You DJ tonight?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll be off work by then."
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Hey, you know what? Gotta do what you gotta do in this world.
Sitting in his little room on his pooter.
Yeah, in this world, you know, you just gotta make the money you can. I don't know why we started with that topic. It has nothing to do with today's list. Shall we get into it, though?
Sure. I don't even know what today's list is. I just saw you added a bunch to our list of lists, and
yeah, I added a bunch to the list of lists, and we're actually doing one entry from all of them. No, I wouldn't do that. That would be so chaotic. No, today there is a ranked list from Vox, which very interesting company if you don't know much about Vox. They unlike a lot of the lists where they have like a specific interest in pop culture, Vox just does everything. Like they do like top 10 lists on politics and stuff, which I think is interesting. But this one is not about politics. What? Go for it.
I'm just saying maybe we don't like Vox.
I don't like Vox personally, but I saw this list and I'm like, this is interesting, and I have opinions.
Let's get this out of the way first. Vox sucks.
Yeah.
So, but we're not supporting Vox in any way.
I mean, if this episode is supporting Vox, then our previous episodes were supporting Watch Mojo, and I feel like it's pretty clear that we don't support Watch Mojo. They just give us content. You know, they give us episode ideas.
They give us content to react to.
Exactly. We're reaction YouTubers. I hate that idea, actually.
We are not reaction YouTubers. Most of the content that we create is our own.
We're just
using someone else's list.
Yeah, we couldn't make like hour-long episodes if we were just... Yeah, okay, fair, yeah.
Yep.
But the list that we're going over today are the 11 memes that captured the decade. This was made in 2019. It was meant to be like the turn of the 2010s. So this is...
I feel like this is a list where I'm going to have to pull up the version of it so I can look at their little images.
I mean, possibly. It is on the list of the list. That's why I added it there. But it's worth taking a peek at for some of these. Because some of these, I looked through it and I don't remember some of them. I remember most. But some of them, I'm like, I don't think this was as big of a meme as they thought it was, you know? Like, there's some that were, but some that I'm like, really? Really? But
interesting. Okay.
Some of them, and like, for instance, the very first one that they have, They try to go in like chronological order too, instead of like being a ranked list, which I think is interesting. But like they start
Actually,
with 2010.
It's well known that things that come in the later of the year,
later of the year,
do you
yeah.
say that? That come in later in the year,
yes,
are better.
Yeah, sure, yeah, 100%.
So that's for fact, 100%.
So that means clearly whatever 2019 meme they have is the best meme, and don't look ahead because it's not. It's very funny.
Oh, I thought you were saying specifically in the year 2010.
Yes.
Not 2010's.
No. Okay, so this is kind of a reflection of all the memes that were in the 2010s, the decade of the 2010s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. You're thinking back now?
Yep. All right.
But
I was like 2010. Yeah, sure. Pivotal moment. iFunny days. But like, right? Throw up noise. iFunny. That's where I first started interacting. Like when the furry scene was on iFunny.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, mine was Instagram and Minecraft. Those don't count, though. I feel Instagram was a weird place back then.
Instagram, yeah, you know what? It's still a weird place.
That's
true.
If that's
like your main fandom interaction, still a very weird place to be right now.
Yeah, come to Blue Sky. Blue Sky's grooving right now. Just literally ask around. Someone will get you a code, I promise.
Blue Sky isn't as amazing as people make it out to be. That's all I'm going to say.
It isn't, but it is. It's better than. It's better than most things that we have right now. Let's be honest.
Don't get FOMO. Twitter is still okay.
Twitter is still okay, but goddamn, I'm eager to watch it.
It's nice to have a backup.
Yes,
you're right. It's nice to have a backup, but don't get extreme FOMO right now. It's not as wonderful.
It's okay. Clearly in beta. They're still waiting to like iron out all the kinks and whatnot. You can't
even post videos yet.
Which is silly. Like, videos and GIFs, like, come on, you gotta have those. But you know what? Tis what tis.
How are the twinks gonna post their hole?
With a picture, Trace! No, they have a link to their Telegram channel, and that has their whole videos.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The subscriber-only Telegram channel, of course.
Mine's not subscriber-only.
You have a Telegram channel?
Trace, I thought you were in it. No? What? Trace, it's in my bio.
I don't fucking follow Telegram things that much.
That's fair,
if it's on Telegram, I'm like, ew, it's clogging up my little list of people, so I delete it.
This is why I have different groups. I have like I have lists for DMs, I have a list for group chats, and I have lists for channels. That way they don't interfere with each other. Yeah,
but like the default is it opens you up to that main page, and that main page is the one that I'm most concerned about for some reason.
That's fair.
Give us the first meme of the decade.
I'm like, is this the longest we've gone without actually talking about the topic of the list? I think it might be. I think it's getting close. Anyway, but the very first meme that they have listed here, 2010's double rainbow meme. Do you remember this at all, Trace?
You know what? Kind of. I know it's more extreme than what it felt like for me. Because at this moment, my family didn't even have a home computer that was connected to the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So like the only way I interacted with YouTube was when I would go to my mom's work.
That's fair.
And I would search there while she was doing other things. So to me, this meme wasn't as pivotal, but I know that it was everywhere because you reference it and everyone seems to know what it is.
Most people who were around in 2010 seem to know what it is. And I think that wasn't a very uncommon experience, is not having access to the internet. Because, the internet was still, coming up and all that jazz. We didn't have, like, home computers and whatnot. But this was, like, on the news. This was a very popular thing because it was just a regular YouTube video of someone spotting a double rainbow. And it became, like, this major auto-tune song. And that took off in popularity, like, on the actual news.
On the email chain?
On the email chain, true. But I'm just like, it was, I think this was the earliest example of, like, a meme going viral like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because beforehand, like, we had... Well, go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say, most of the memes back then were, like, viral songs for some reason.
Yeah, this is the era of, like, autotune music, or just... I mean, there are other entries on this list that are just straight-up viral songs.
Like the Numa Numa guy.
Yeah, the Numa Numa guy. I don't know. That was such a weird meme. But you know what? Hey, it got into Mitchell's versus Machines. It's still prevalent today somehow. and I don't know how to feel about that.
I still have not watched Mitchell's versus the Machines, and I don't know how I feel about Numa Numa being in there.
It's a good movie. It's great. Is
that like a cringy moment in an otherwise good movie? I don't know. I feel like when movies make dated references like that, I instantly get a little.
It is a dated reference intentionally. Like they do it well. It isn't cringe. It actually makes like sense within the context, and it feels good. I think it was well implemented in the movie. Some might disagree. I don't know what the general consensus is on the implementation of Numa Numa in Mitchell's versus Machines.
Can we get a 3-hour-long dissertation about the use of Numa Numa in Mitchell's versus the Machines? And I'll watch that before I watch the movie, so I know if I'm going in with what I need.
You know what? If someone knows or wants to make that dissertation themselves, just go ahead, plop it in the comments. We'd love to see it.
Yeah,
maybe that's the next episode. It's just us reacting to the 3 hour. I love it. Yeah, Double Rainbow. It was interesting, like era of the internet and like traditional media kind of fusing in that way.
Traditional media,
like television, news. What do you?
Okay, well, that's what like. I was wondering if that's the way you were using it, but I was like, to me, traditional media is like newspapers and televisions, but you're literally using it the same way.
Yes, I'm using it the exact same way.
Well, you know what? You never know if that's like an industry thing being said, or if that's like
that's true. Yeah,
colloquial.
Yeah,
colloquial.
How do we choose to start a podcast? What the fuck? Neither of us can talk. Words are hard.
I literally talked for a living for how many years?
Who knows?
I swear sometimes like a word just will get stuck, and colloquial is one of those really bad ones.
It's a hard one.
It's very hard for me. When I was a kid, I couldn't say cinnamon for the life of me.
Cinnamon? Yeah, I
cinnamon.
Did that. Cinnamon, yeah. Yes. I could say it now, but I also had that trouble. You're not alone in that, Trace.
Yeah, no. And chimney, oh my god. Chimney used to wreck me.
What word? Chimney?
Chimney.
What is chimney?
Chimney.
What is? Hold on, Trace. What is chimney? I don't know what chimney is.
Like the thing that like exhausts out of your roof when you have a fireplace. A chimney.
A chimney.
A chimney.
I can't tell if this is a joke.
Spell that fucking word for me right now.
I need CHIMNEY. Chimney.
No. Spell it again. Spell it slowly.
CHIM. Chim.
Yeah.
NEY. Knee.
That is not how it's spelled.
That is exactly how it's spelled. Trace. Trace.
No. It's chimney.
A chimney is an architectural ventilation structure made of masonry, clay, or metal that isolates hot, toxic exhaust gases or smoke. It's CHIMNEY. I could send you the fucking Wikipedia article if you need it.
Is it pronounced chimney or chimney?
Where's the pronunciation?
Google gives us chimney, so.
Okay, huh?
Okay, we cannot be quiet as we're looking up how to pronounce chimney.
No, we can cut this out if we need to. Okay. I was wondering, so I looked up chimney pronunciation. I guess Google automatically autofilled it to chimneys with plural, so I saw a Z in the pronunciation guide. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is there a Z in this? No, it's just chimneys. It's just adding that for the plural, but it's chimney. That is. Here, let me see if I can find it without plural. There we go. I found it without the plural. Yeah, it's just chimney. It's chimney. Trace.
Someone needs to go to bat for me in the comments. Like, it's chimney. I know I've heard it be pronounced chimney before, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But like, I don't know. Don't even, like, I looked it up myself. You can send me all this shit you want. I know that some people pronounce it chimney. I'm just saying it's very valid for me to say chimney.
I've never heard of it. It's
very valid for me to think that there was an E in between the M and N.
You know what? Fair. I just thought it was very funny that we were coming up with the context of you not knowing how to pronounce words, and then your correct way to pronounce that word was...
It's still correct.
Sure, yeah.
It is still someone in the comments has got to be like, yeah, it's chimney and whatever.
Well, maybe you know what?
I don't know.
Actually,
I don't know.
that really
Whatever.
does sound like a British way to say it. Chimney.
Yeah.
Chimney
yeah,
cricket.
Oh, chimney.
All right, moving on. Let's get back to the list. All right, so we started off with Double Rainbow. And I mentioned that there are more, viral songs on here because 2011's highlight meme was Friday by Rebecca Black.
Hey, have you listened to Rebecca Black recently?
No. Why?
Her music fucking slaps now.
It does it? Damn,
it's so
okay.
good. It's like peak girly pop. Like, it is so good.
Okay, thank you. I
Like,
appreciate
have you
that.
ever just wanted a song that makes you feel kind of like a little slut, but also like a girl? Like, that's the music to listen to.
No, but now I want to. I didn't know that was an interest of mine. I didn't know that's what I needed in my life. I'm gonna have to look up Rebecca Black now.
Okay, so you need to listen to more like slut pop. Like,
I have too many songs on the list on the list of things I need to listen to because I don't listen to music.
You don't even listen to music.
I don't listen to jack shit. Yeah, you know that. The audience knows that by now.
Very true. You're right. You're so right. But like, Friday, very unfortunate song. It's very funny.
Unfortunate? What do you mean unfortunate? There's a fly in here.
Wig? Oh, you like did this motion? Sorry to people listening on audio. I literally was like, oh, wig, like
wig snatch,
wig.
Yeah,
because wig. I know wig. I'm
fuck
sorry.
Did this fly come from? What the hell? Probably the outside.
You've seen that clip, right? Of I about said Lady Gaga, Katy Perry.
No.
It's like American Idol, and there's like a teenager that's like a wig, and Katy Perry goes, "I know wig." Like,
oh my
wig.
god!
Like, she tries so hard to be like relating to this child.
Oh, that hurts.
She's like, I know wig.
Oh, that
It's
hurts.
very good. Anyway, yeah, Friday. If you are too young to remember Friday as a phenomena, like
good.
I feel like
you know what? That was our 9/11.
I don't think it's comparable to put Rebecca Black on the level of 9/11.
Says you.
But sure.
I remember where I was the first time I heard Friday. I was at Thanksgiving dinner with my friends, with my family friends. And not only did I hear Friday, but I heard the Annoying Orange do a parody of Friday. And those two things at the same dinner period fucking threw me. That was my 9/11 trace.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, maybe that is as bad as 9/11.
Anything involving the Annoying Orange, which, yeah, that was the same, like, 2011 was about the same time as Annoying Orange being popular. I'm like,
I never
weird.
enjoyed it. I never knew what Annoying Orange was until for some reason they're like, yeah, we're going to make a television show out of this. And I was like, where is this coming from? Not a good idea.
Not a good idea, no. Yeah, Annoying Orange is very funky. Yeah, it was early era of YouTube for sure. And the fact that it somehow found as much success as it did scares me. But Friday, just being, it's a fine song. It was weird. It got weirdly popular. I don't know why, but tis what tis, right?
Because it was so catchy. Horrible. Like it's like it's so earnest.
Yeah,
but it's so bad.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the problem with it. It's like they're trying so hard, but it's so bad.
Yeah, it wasn't the good song.
And it's not good. Like, but it's funny in that way. So it's like you listen to it for almost like the Schadenfreude of
was this like the first example of truly viral cringe?
No, I think a lot of viral stuff in the early 2010s was, and even the late 2000s was cringe based because everyone wanted to cringe on people.
That's
like,
true.
For some reason, cringe culture was at its peak between like 2008 to 2016, I think is when it finally started to die out.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right.
There was a culture shift when
it lasted 2016
way too long. Happened.
Yeah, true. That is quite true.
America was never the same. Like, go stink. Right?
Go stink? What?
It's a reference to a Beyonce song. All right. Okay. America has a problem.
Understood. Anywho,
whatever. Right? You don't listen to music.
I'm like, anytime you reference a music thing, like outside of Friday. Friday is the only song I know.
Let me talk about the Celeste soundtrack, and then finally you'll get some
Hell
perkiness out
yeah.
of you.
You know what? Shout out to every trans person in our audience.
Shout out to all the trans people
who know every song of the Celeste soundtrack by heart. Yeah. Am I wrong?
I don't know. Literally, I don't listen to video game music that much.
That's fair.
I think it's fine. I'm nothing against video game music. There's some banging songs out there. Like, you know, I'll go off to some Pokemon soundtracks, but that's just because I like Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I didn't even like the Minecraft music that much. Like, I used to play my Minecraft on mute because I was like, this music is distracting.
Yeah, that's fair. I get you. Yeah, there are some tracks in the original C418 like entries that I enjoy, but most of them are just kind of distracting a little bit.
Oh,
but some of the newer editions great though.
Speaking of, Pigstep
fucking slaps.
Best. That song is good. All right.
Speaking of Celeste music, Pigstep. Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was like, literally crossover episode.
Yeah.
Like, fucking great music. Pigstep is good.
It's iconic.
That one I do listen to unironically.
Pigstep is the greatest meme of 2021. Yeah. I don't know. It's not on this list. This is only 2010's. Anyway. Well. I'm waiting for you. You're the host of this episode. That's right. I am the host of the episode. All right. So next entry on this list is the 2012 entry for Coney 2012. And I don't remember this in the slightest. Like, straight up, I have no fucking clue what this is. So the Vox entry says that it was a meme. It was a 20-minute long YouTube documentary. It was an activist group that made it. It had a ton of problems. It caused an immense amount of outrage over abducted Ugandan children, and apparently it was false, something along those lines. I don't know the details of this. I was very much online in 2012. I do not remember this in the slightest. There was nothing here for me.
I was too busy reading furry porn to care about this.
In 2012?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, Trace. Yeah, that's right. You started early, huh?
The kids from that era were online way too quickly.
That's true.
We didn't know how to navigate these spaces.
Yeah.
I was watching TikTok, and it was like me trying to break up with my catfish kick boyfriend. and it's literally an audio that was like, it's actually a Family Guy audio, and it's like,
oh,
Peter, I think we need to talk about our relationship. And then it's Peter Griffin going, Lois, I'm gonna kill myself.
I mean, you know what?
I was like, no, that's so accurate.
That is incredibly accurate to the era. Yeah. I hated that.
I do remember. Kids, don't listen to this because this is not what you should do. I remember being like released to like have like a post lunch recess kind of thing.
Yeah,
like it wasn't recess because we weren't, I wasn't in kindergarten anymore.
I had the same thing back in like middle
school,
like early high school, stuff like that.
And I remember going outside, sitting in a corner, opening my phone, and reading stories on SoFurry. And that's what I did with my break moment.
Oh no!
So I was preoccupied during this era to know what the hell Coney 2012 was.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like there were much better, like there were more impactful memes from 2012. Like when I hear 2012, I think of the Mayan calendar, for instance. The world's gonna end, stuff like that.
That would have been a much better.
That would have been. I think that would have been significantly better to put on here. But for some reason, they put Coney 2012. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Speaking of, like, I remember there was a school dance.
Yeah.
Right before we broke for winter break.
Yeah.
And I remember everyone saying goodbye to each other just in case the world actually did end.
That one hit hard. I don't know why that was. That was such an emotional moment of like. I remember that fondly too. It was weird.
Like, yeah, that would have been a much better thing to put here. Maybe it wasn't meme enough, but also this doesn't sound like a meme at all.
It really doesn't sound. It
sounds like a news story.
It really does, and I don't know why they put it on here. This is very, very strange. Yeah,
there could have been much better things to put here.
There really could have been. Yeah, I'm like Mayan calendar stuff. This was like Newgrounds era too, so there were a ton of like, I think,
scary memes.
Yeah, scary memes. I think
Scary Newground memes.
was 2012 when killing Osama bin Laden was popular, or
Like,
I know killing Bieber was very popular in like Newground memes. Like Newgrounds was just violence as hell.
Newgrounds was horrible.
It was a horrible place. Oh my god! I'm told it's gotten better now. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh well.
Have you seen the meme that's like Osama bin Laden's hiding place? That's like the chamber.
No.
Okay, well, I'll have to show it to you later. It's too hard to explain.
Those are my favorite kind of memes, though. You can't say anything about it. You just have to I have to show you. There's no other way. I feel like if I explained it, like people would look at me like a little strange.
So we're just gonna move on. The people who know, they're the real ones.
All right. Well, speaking of moving on, 2013 is the next entry on this list, and I did not realize that Doge was this popular in 2013. I did not realize that Doge came from 2013. I thought Doge was like 2017 at the earliest.
Really?
Good lord. Doge was early.
I feel like for as long as I've been on the internet, Doge has been a thing.
Okay. I mean,
so that's...
I've known like lolcats was a thing for ages, but I've never...
Lolcats?
Yeah, lolcat. Do you not remember lolcats? It was just a series of impact font text over pictures of cats, like "Can I have cheeseburger?" That kind of stuff, you know. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I didn't know it had a specific name like that.
Yeah, that's lolcat is the genre. So like, "Can I have cheeseburger?" There's the Ermagerd, that kind of stuff. Your passwords fail, like all those weird, just pictures of cats with impact font text, you know, just that kind of stuff.
Ermagerd wasn't a cat; that was a person.
I know, but they
full-on girl.
It became like it got translated to cat versions, you know, all that jazz. I knew about lolcat. I knew that was very popular. I did not know Doge came that quickly afterward, because lolcat was what year was lolcat? I don't remember. Oh, we're looking it up now.
That's peak iFunny stuff though. Like those impact font memes
that
and
one's
Doge
great.
And like
lolcat was 2005.
Well,
holy
that makes
shit
sense.
God damn, time flies. That's so long ago.
Yeah, some stuff is just so old.
That's
it feels
true.
Bad when you look at it, but no, Doge is a good one to put here, because Doge is like so seeped into internet culture now that it's like returned back to being funny again. Well, okay,
was Doge ever not
funny again in like 2020? Well, okay, so in like 2013 it was good.
Yes,
you got into like 2015 to 2017 it was bad again. Then it started back up on its peak, and like in 2020 it was good again, and now it's back on a downward trend. So
I think the current downward trend is because of Dogecoin, the whole Elon Musk stuff. Like that's kind of ruining it. That kind of hurts the meme. I'm not gonna lie.
It's normally like, I think it's more when Doge goes like through a metamorphosis, because like the Doge right now the Doge in 2020 that was funny was like the buff Doge next to like the weakling Doge.
Yeah,
supposed to be like making fun of like Chad humor.
That was a funny era.
That was like, oh, we're back in peak Doge again.
Yeah.
And then like Uncle Sem.
Who?
I don't know. There was a old Doge meme, and that dog passed away recently, so rest in peace. But yeah,
tragic.
Godspeed, soldier.
Godspeed, you beautiful bastard.
But I think we're on a downward trend again, just because no one's making anything new and interesting with it. And
that's fair.
I mean, a little bit probably is like Elon being so into Doge, so it makes it not cool anymore.
It's very weird. It's very weird just how obsessed with
Doge
like
him changing the Twitter logo to Doge for like a day.
That was what the fuck? That was so weird. Anyway,
he got sued for that, because that asset wasn't his.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know what? I hope so. I'm fairly certain he just ripped that from Twitch.
Probably.
That was a Twitch emote.
So please sue him. Someone sue
him. Yeah. And you know what? If he doesn't get lawsuit every single day, that's a shame. But moving on to more weird memes. Okay, so they have a bunch from 2014. I don't know what the fuck happened in 2014, but like half of this list is 2014 memes. And the very first of them is Slender Man. Do you remember Slender Man, Trace?
I remember, yes.
This was a weird time.
I remember Slenderman being like, mostly internet stuff. Markiplier started playing it. Well, okay, other YouTube Let's Players started playing it. I really only watched Jacksepticeye and Markiplier.
Makes sense, yeah.
As most kids my age did back then. I refused to watch PewDiePie because even back then I had morals.
Yeah,
so
I did not like him even then. It was weird.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't. I was like, you got to draw a line somewhere. I don't even know if I like Jacksepticeye anymore. But
really, okay.
We could talk about that later. That's not something we need to get into here. But
fair. Top 10 2010s YouTubers who we have beef with now.
I don't have beef. I just, maybe just I think the quality dip and like
that's fair.
Some of the people he continues to support I don't like. But
we'll get into that another day. That doesn't need to be a thing for now.
Yeah, you draw the lines, and like people draw lines in sands all the time. Mine are arbitrary and confusing, and I
same big mood.
But yeah, and then like there was a scare that the two girls like worshipped Slenderman and killed someone for him. I remember that happening.
I remember that being a thing. Yeah, I remember the mobile app being so much more popular than like the PC version of the game.
Like for some, there was a mobile app.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it was crazy popular. I remember going on like high school concert band trips, and before like when we were supposed to be warming up, I would share my phone with other people in the trombone section. We'd all play Slenderman for some reason, and I'm like, it was strange. It was a weird era at the time.
Weird times.
I think that exact same band trip, I also slept in the bathtub because that's such a common like school trip thing to happen. Really is someone sleeping in the bathtub? Because our band brought 3 trombone players to the honor concert band, and there were 2 beds in the hotel. I'm like, well, I'm not going to be gay and like sleep with another man. Like that's weird. Ew, cuties. So I just slept in the bathtub. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with it. I got no problems. And I don't remember having any problems. I think it was fine. And then when my mom found out, she's like, what the fuck? Seth, what happened? Why did you do that?
Deranged.
We really are.
I remember going on like FFA trips. If you don't know what FFA is, it's used to stand for Future Farmers of America.
Used to. Did they change it?
Whole thing. No. FFA is just FFA now. It doesn't stand for anything.
It doesn't stand for anything? Oh my god, that's hilarious now. That's really funny.
Well, they did it. Okay, I am still an FFA shill to some degree. But they changed it because they wanted people to realize that you don't have to want to be a farmer to be an FFA. Like, it's okay to want to do other things. Okay. So they're like, oh, let's just take the farmer out of our name and let's just call ourselves FFA and get rid of all Future Farmers of America branding.
Interesting.
So it's just FFA now. Anyway, I remember going on FFA trips and like they shoved way too many people in a room.
They really do.
I think there was one that was like, oh, sorry, were you there?
Yes, I was there. I was in the room, Trace.
I just thought it was very funny that you're like, yeah, they do. And I was like,
I met schools in general do, like school trips.
The way you said it made it sound like you had a connection with my ag teacher. And they're like, yeah, they really did. Like,
yeah,
they did that
your
all the
ag
time.
teacher in particular.
But yeah, we had like 5 people in that room, which was way too many.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Yeah, and I remember one person did sleep in the bathtub, and another person slept on like the desk that the TV was on.
Okay.
I'm like, how do you even, because the TV's bolted to the desk,
yeah,
so they like had their legs on each side of it. It was so weird. But I got a bed to myself because I'm a large man and no one wanted to sleep with me because they're like, oh, you'll get too close.
What? You'll get too close?
Yeah. Later you'll get too close. Later on in my FFA career, there was an openly gay kid.
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
It was you.
No, it was not me. I was never openly gay in high school.
Oh, tragic.
That no one wanted to room with, and my ag teacher thought that was a very valid thing to have no one want. And I was like, okay, I'll room with him.
That's so odd.
So then we each got our own beds for like my last year and a half of FFA.
I mean, hell yeah. You know what? Free bed. Fuck it. No qualms.
Right?
You get a room with you and just another queer person. Fuck yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, it was fantastic. Loved it.
Loved it. Hell yeah.
So Slenderman.
Slenderman, yeah. Weird how that started. But yeah, Slenderman was a weird meme. It was very like, yeah, I don't know how much of it was like rumor and how much of it was actually like legitimate sensation. But like, there's all this talk about like cults of Slenderman, just like the game and all that jazz. And it's so strange, the kind of overlap between analog real life horror and video game horror, you know?
Yeah, sorry, I was reading their little explanation here, and they're saying that Slenderman was actually like the whispers of him started in 2009.
Yeah, like I'm talking analog horror, you know, real life stuff.
And they specifically put this as 2014 because that was the year that the two preteen girls attempted to murder their third friend as a sacrifice to Slenderman.
Fair enough.
And Slenderman became part of the disturbing trend of online memes inspiring serious real-world action, particularly internet legends. Slenderman preceded the Blue Whale Challenge.
I've not heard of the Blue Whale Challenge. What the fuck is the Blue Whale Challenge? Social media companies enable the deadly meme.
You and I both just clicked on the link.
You know what? This is what this is about. We're vibing. We like to go down and explore things.
Because the first dangerous, you read and I'll explain things. The first dangerous internet meme that I remember is like the Cinnamon Challenge.
That one was weird. I don't like the Cinnamon Challenge. Like, come on, people are smarter than that. You think?
No, they weren't. No one.
Yeah, you're right.
I did it. Everyone did it. We didn't. I
didn't do it.
Well, I guess some of us could be geniuses.
Master level intellect right here.
Did you figure out what the Blue Whale Challenge was?
I did, yeah. Apparently it was a challenge to try and see how long you can stay underwater, which led to people killing themselves by staying underwater. And that was little brutal. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Nope, not keen on that.
I used to do that all the time. Wait, was it like someone had to hold you under there, or?
Yeah, I'm not getting into the details of it. It's just a lot of. There were basically 50 challenges apparently, and all of them led to self-harm. And I'm not going further into that. I don't think that's something that I should get into. I remember the Momo challenge, but that was.
I don't remember what it was. I just remember that parents were freaking out over the Momo challenge.
It was less of a challenge, honestly, and more just like a really weird photo that just was spreading for no goddamn reason. I don't know why.
But what was the challenge? Why were parents so concerned about this Momo character?
I don't know. I don't fucking know what the challenge was. I just saw the picture, and it's a woman who looks kind of like a duck.
It's kind of like, I don't think ducks look like that.
I don't know. It's just, that's how I describe her, you know?
Have you seen a duck before? What kind of ducks are you looking at? Do you live like next to Chernobyl or something?
I look at Ducky Momo from the Phineas and Ferb series.
Oh, Ducky Momo.
Mm-hmm.
Ducky Momo. Oh, I was like, what the fuck is Ducky Momo? I remember now. Okay.
You remember now. Which, very funny that they use the same name. Maybe that's why I think she kind of looks like a duck. Maybe it's just inherent, like, connection that it doesn't actually exist.
You know what? Actually, her mouth is kind of beakish. Now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of beakish.
Yeah.
It kind of big. Like, it kind of reminds me of like a cassowary.
Shout out to the previous episode if y'all missed that one.
That's the only reason I said that.
Yeah,
it doesn't actually look like a cassowary to me.
Yeah, no, not at all.
If you want to learn what a cassowary is, go listen to the last one.
Yeah, like I did. I listened to the previous episode and learned what a cassowary is. I definitely didn't record the episode. Nope.
They've also added Pizzagate here. Why is that an internet challenge?
I don't think that was an internet challenge. I don't think that counts. I think, okay, so they're listing it just as like, this is part of weird online conspiracies. So it's going away from actual challenges, more into, okay, so like how Slenderman was a conspiracy, you know, real life horror. They're talking about like shipping conspiracies, Pizzagate, fake news, all that jazz, which, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on from that, let's talk more about dogs. Still in 2014, we have the This Is Fine comic. Yay!
It's very weird that we've been counting up like year by year.
I know, it's a strange way to rank this.
Let's double up on 2014 for some reason.
Well, not double up. Like I said, pretty much like half of this list is 2014, 2015.
Oh, well,
I think
okay.
that's when the internet was like really going crazy though. Like that's when everyone started getting iPhones. That's when everyone had like access to the internet at all times. You know?
Yeah, that's when internet access became like super super common in most places. Like even in my rural ass community, like internet was there now.
Yeah.
And people were actually able to engage with it and interact with it and be a part of that online community.
Makes sense.
So it made things a lot more ubiquitous, I guess, with online culture.
Yeah. But for some reason, This Is Fine was a very popular meme in 2014. And I remember it. Yeah, definitely. It took off 2014.
By cartoonist KC Green.
KC Green. Shout outs to KC Green.
Shout out KC Green.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that the original comic is actually like 6 panels. Like they've only ever seen the 2. Right?
Yeah, I'm okay with this. Oh, yeah. I see.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I have seen all of this. But yes.
It's very graphic. It's very gory.
It is very graphic, yeah.
But I guess it makes sense though, like trying to simplify it just to the first 2. Like you get the message of the other 4 panels with just the first 2.
Yeah. I think the problem was just that he probably had 6 frames in most of his, or 6 panels in most of his comics.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That was what he was going for.
That would make sense now, wouldn't it? But I don't know. I think it's a fascinating meme. It definitely embodies life, not only in 2014, but also today in 2023.
Also, every single year afterward.
Yeah. We all talk, like, do you remember the meme of the world ending in 2012? I think this was evidence of it. The world just went to shit, you know?
Yeah, literally. I think there's this theory that it's not a theory, it's a funny joke.
Yeah.
It's that in 2012, the world actually did end. Like, the rapture happened.
And we're all in purgatory.
We're all just living in the 7, now many more years of tribulation that's supposed to come after the rapture.
Yeah.
But, you know, what would that be? 2019 happened and Trump.
Oh, no. You're right. Fuck, you're right. Maybe he was the Antichrist.
I was like, Jesus and the Antichrist never came after in 2019, but that's 2016, so it doesn't line up completely.
I mean, Trump was around long before his election.
What if Trump was Jesus, but Biden was the Antichrist?
I don't like where this is going, Trace.
I don't know. I'm just trying to combine the last thing with Pizzagate and then this. Which is like... Like, how do you put those 2 things together?
I don't know. I don't think...
Because, like, it happened in 2019 because if it was the 7 years of tribulation after 2012...
Well, okay.
Then,
do we want to get into, like, Hebrew, like, theology and numerology and all that jazz?
Numerology? Are we going to some Kabbalah?
Well, no, because we're going to be talking... Okay. So, in Hebrew, 7 is not inherently a number. Like, it can sometimes describe actually 7 things, but 7 was also the number that they would like use to discuss completion or something like that, which is why like the number of God is 777, because it is the full completion within Trinity, whereas 6 would be almost but not quite, where you see 666 being the devil, you know, an all-powerful being but not quite perfection. And it's like they say
that comes from... Yeah,
they say the world was made in 7 days.
Made in 7 days.
But that's just to Hebrew numerology of 7 being however long it took to complete it. Which I'm fascinated by the numbers in Hebrew, because it's very similar to, like, saying 7 is similar to saying an uncountable number. You know, like it's same thing with 10,000. If you see 10,000 in the Bible, that means it is too much to count. It's not
very far.
Yeah. Because so like 10,000 could mean anywhere from actually 10,000 to, dear God, that's 1,000,000 or something like that. You know, I love it. So every time you see in the Bible 10,000 or 7, I'm sorry, I'm going way off the rails here. I don't need to get into this, but I'm just like, this is something fascinating to me. Just so like when you hear Revelation, which is full of numbers like that and full of 7 in particular, you're like, okay, are these literal 7s? Are these like metaphorical 7s? Do they actually mean there are 7 things, or do they mean a clear, like a concise feeling of completion? And I'm like, those are the things that like make Revelation so weird to me.
Well, I was like, I'm pretty sure the New Testament was written in Greek, so I think 7 is 7. But
I think New Testament was written Greek and Roman mostly, but they're written by Hebrew authors, so they still use a lot of that. Because like you look at all of the books that Paul wrote, and they very often used like numerology, and I'm fascinated by it. I think it's very interesting. I'm not I'm knowledgeable about it as I probably should be in my life, but it's something that I find interesting. So hey, who knows?
I love biblical lore, so like, yeah, it's completely fine. But but as for the Christians who take the Bible literally, the 7 years of tribulation would have ended in 2019. So
well, that is when COVID-19 started.
Living in hell. No, it didn't. It started in 2020.
It was named COVID-19 because the virus was like discovered. It was discovered in 2019.
You're right. Actually, it was because it was the 19th coronavirus.
Shut the fuck up, Trace.
It was actually the 19th one that they discovered.
It was the 19th corona. I mean, there are a lot of coronaviruses.
If we were able to beat 1 through 18, why was the 19th one so hard to get rid of?
I hate that meme. It's so funny. But yeah, wasn't the first horseman of the apocalypse supposed to be plague? You know?
Yeah. Well, was it plague? Pestilence was the word I think they used. But
I thought that was the black horse. I don't know. The 4 horses I'm not too familiar with. I used to be, and then I stopped caring for a while.
Well, because it's war, pestilence.
Plague's in there, yeah.
Pestilence is plague.
Okay. I looked it up, and then it says, what are the 4 horsemen of marriage? And it says criticism, defensiveness, contempt, and stonewalling. And you know what? I think that's what it is in the
Bible. Shout out the gays for inventing marriage.
I love it. That's great.
I'm sorry, what is the other horseman of the apocalypse? Now I'm going to fucking die out of
Wikipedia says that it's death, famine, war, and conquest.
Famine is what they use, not pestilence. Sorry, I missed the 4th one that you said.
Conquest.
Conquest?
Yes.
Is that not just war again?
I don't know. I genuinely do not understand. But you know what? So be it. We've gone so far off the rails from the This Is Fine meme. Should we get back to it? We have like 10, 15, 20 minutes left in the podcast.
Whatever, I'll figure it out later.
Well,
I'm going to deep dive into the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse later.
Fun as exploring theology is, I'm not sure that's what our primarily furry audience on YouTube and Apple Podcasts wants to hear.
And Spotify.
Yeah, we get like 2 listeners on Spotify, and everything else is on other platforms, which I find interesting. Fuck Spotify.
Yeah, you're right.
But speaking of other 2014 memes, this one, okay, we have another 2014 meme, and it just says on fleek and hundreds of other Vine slogans. So I think they just wanted Vine as a whole to be the meme of 2014, which I get it, you know?
One of the memes of 2014.
That's true, yeah.
But actually, this makes so much sense. But I don't even know if Vine was so beloved as it was now, because now it's just because like we've watched the same ones hundreds of thousands of times again and again and again, that now the slogans are stuck in our head. But back then it was just another one video that popped up that you're like, oh, this is very funny, and you liked it. But I don't think they would have been remembered as much as they are now if Vine had continued and we were still watching Vine to this day.
I mean, that tends to happen with like anything that goes away. We tend to have nostalgia for it that makes us long for that era and kind of like remember things better, like Toontown, Webkins, you know, that kind of stuff. They're gone now, and we tend to think more about them. And like Toontown now has a flourishing community that was made by fans, and I think TikTok is just that, but for Vine, you know,
longer Vine.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, yeah. But TikTok can go up to like 10 minutes now. Holy shit.
But like, imagine like
dragons.
You can ask. Stop. No. You can ask someone like, "Oh, what's your favorite Vine?" And a lot of people will have an answer, or at least if they can't say, "Oh, I don't know my favorite one, but like I really like this one that's in my head right now." Like, But if you ask, "Oh, what's your favorite TikTok?" They'll be like, I don't know," and they'll probably bring up one they saw yesterday.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't think I have a favorite TikTok, and I well, no.
Right now, my favorite one is. Oh,
we were just talking about that before.
That's not even a TikTok. There's a YouTube video that was sliced into a TikTok. So,
but it's stuck in my head. That's what TikTok is these days, sadly.
Seth is talking about a video of a man playing like squeezable pig toys into
giant PVC pipes. It's so fun. It's silly, and it's just been stuck in my head for like the past week.
Did I send you the video of the woman like twirling and then it shoots to a video of like a baby doll and a fucking
no? Trace, you're gonna have to stop laughing if you want me to hear you. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Like it's a baby doll in a washing machine, like spinning around.
Oh yes. Okay, I remember now. Yes, you did send me this one. Oh my god,
sweet. Well, it's playing like the song, like the music. It's not playing like the actual words, but it's like the sweet dreams are made of this. Yeah, but it's playing that song. And the baby's just spinning around. I think the pig is just influencing you because that is.
That's the same song. That's. Yeah, that's the Sweet Dream song. Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes, it is, Trace.
I don't think so. I think you're missing notes. I think you're on the right cadence, but not the right notes.
Trace, you're welcome to look it up and prove me right. But
I'm gonna listen to it afterwards.
Yep, chimney, sure thing.
Chimney, bitch. That is called chimney. People call it chimney.
We'll see, Trace. But yeah, TikTok is very much just people feeling nostalgic for Vine because Vine's dead. But yeah, I don't think it was as popular during when it was around.
Yeah.
If it wouldn't have died.
I cannot pass a roadwork sign without saying, I sure hope it does.
Work ahead.
So, maybe that's my favorite Vine, but also that's very basic. I also really like... What are those? These are my chakras! Sorry. Vine was such a good time because stupid random videos would... go viral.
They would. That's just how it is.
What an interesting time.
It is, and I miss it. But oh well, what you gonna do? We have TikTok now, and as much as I hate it, we have it. It exists.
Very funny.
Yeah, I do think it's interesting to see like where some of those like old TikTok, like old Vine creators are now that like didn't move to TikTok. Like Drew Gooden, the guy who made the Roadwork Ahead one, like he does detailed video essays now about like cool topics, and I'm like, I genuinely enjoy that.
I don't know if I call it a video essay.
I don't know what
video
you call
essays have
style.
To be like 45 minutes long. He's a commentary channel.
No, I don't think video essays need to be long. Like Scott the Woz is very clearly video essays, and his are like some of them are 8 minutes long. Some of them are long as fuck. Some I've seen hit like 2 hours.
And I wouldn't even say Scott the Woz is a video essayist.
Really?
Yeah, no.
What would you describe him as then?
He just makes videos on video games.
What type of videos?
Video game videos. Like a video essay is like an essay length that has to be like an essay put into video form. An essay isn't like 8 minutes long.
I don't know. Some line were in college.
That's a news clip. Well, then it wasn't an essay. Like, essays are long.
That's fair.
It's supposed to have a very in-depth, like.
I've always described video essay as something more like a discussion video about a certain topic that has research and editing put into it. And that's kind of my threshold, because if you just say it's a video about video games, what's to draw the distinction between what the Scott the Woz does and any Let's Player out there? You know, like his Wii Sports video isn't him playing Wii Sports, it's him talking about the history behind Wii Sports and like very detailed research put into, you know, is it comedy? Is it I don't know what it is.
It's a little comedy, but it's informational. Like it's just an informational.
And I think that's what a video essay is. But maybe we have just been using a different definition.
Who knows? Maybe I could be completely wrong.
Who knows?
Like I am about chimney.
I think there's a possibility you're right about the video essay, and I'm just using the wrong definition. You're not right about chimney.
That shit is right.
No,
people say chimney.
No, they don't. Trace, you're losing your marbles, buddy.
No, people say chimney. All right,
you're the first person I've ever heard call it chimney.
Well, okay, no, that's got to be false.
That is objectively true. I
People will just say,
I
chimney.
watch so many Christmas movies. I'm telling you, I don't think that's a thing.
He's coming down the chimney.
He's coming down the chimney.
Chimney.
Anyway, 2015 meme. The very first one they start out with 2015 is the idea of feeling attacked, which I don't know if that counts as a meme. But it was definitely a thing.
The meme is, I came out to have a good time and I'm honestly feeling so attacked now.
Yeah. But
Which was a meme.
That was a meme. But then, like, the other things that they cite with it is, like, Baby Yoda is so fucking cute. I feel so attacked. I'm like, that doesn't count.
That's not the same thing.
But they're including it in the same meme entry. You know, it's saying this is part of the same meme. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a very different meme. But they just said anything that has a joke about, like, if you're joking about feeling attacked. I'm like, that doesn't... I don't know if that counts. You know?
Yeah, I don't know if that is. I don't know if that does count in the same vein. I would say Tumblr 2015 is what this entry should be.
Tumblr in general was a meme. Just
like
in general,
like everything that came out of Tumblr was just meme.
Tumblr was chaos in 2015. Oh my god, it was chaos and mess, and I love it. And I just keep saying the same words again because I don't know how else to describe it. Did you hear?
Sorry,
you're reading the article?
Yeah, I started reading the article and I was like, no, I don't agree with some of this, but that's okay.
I don't think they should classify as the same meme. So again, more reason to say fuck Box, I guess. I do think, however, Trace, I don't know if you knew this, but one of our mutual friends used to be like hella popular on Tumblr. Like they had like world famous blog, and no one knows it now. It's truly tragic. No, it wasn't me. I was on Instagram. I never actually even had a Tumblr account.
I know one of our friends who was famous on like furry Tumblr, but I don't know about world famous Tumblr.
Okay, that's fair. I don't know the details of it. Again, I wasn't on Tumblr. I just know that they brag about it as often as they can.
You're gonna have to, when this phone call hangs up, you're gonna have to tell me what it is, so if I can remember it.
Okay, sure thing. But yeah, I don't know. Rough entry on this list. Do better, Vox. What's the next one? 2015. Oh, do we want to move on? Or are you still looking? Are you still reading?
Yeah. Well, okay. Sorry, I scrolled down too quickly. 2015 is literally just another Tumblr meme.
It is just another Tumblr meme. So that's. I think they really, for 2015, they could have made this top 10, but they chose to do top 11, and they could have just consolidated these two Tumblr. Like, if you do all the Vine memes as one, why not just do all the Tumblr memes from 2015 as one? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because the very next entry on this list is Harold, They're Lesbians.
Which is such a good...
It is a good one. It's a common quote today.
I also say let's go lesbians now so much, and I don't know where that's from.
Let's go lesbians.
I feel like... I don't know.
I don't
Lesbian
know either.
Celebration is such a good meme, I guess.
I don't know.
Except it's true. We should celebrate lesbians.
Let's go lesbians is a memorable line said by Billy Eichner on the television series Billy on the Street, which you used to watch a lot.
Right.
I remember.
Yes.
You showed me my first episode of Billy on the Street, and I didn't like it.
Really? Oh, because he screamed a lot.
Yeah, he's just loud.
He's very loud.
My autistic brain is like, I don't like this. This isn't for me.
That's entirely fair.
Yeah. But then, okay, so moving on from They're Lesbians, Harold, we have 2016's Harambe.
Harambe was a big meme.
Harambe was, I think, the biggest meme of 2010s. Like, Harambe was huge. Good lord.
Like, oh, yeah, I mean... Like I said, even sorry, I started thinking of Milk Ape.
Oh, that's wild!
Different.
Holy
that's completely
shit!
Different.
Milk Ape is funny though.
I tried to think of an image of Harambe, and all I could think of was Milk Ape.
Did Milk Ape start after Harambe?
I don't know, but Dicks Out for Harambe started happening, and
fair.
Like. I don't know. It was like very weird. very weird
strange
moment in time.
There was just like this weird worship of a dead gorilla, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Didn't he kill a child too?
I think he was going to kill a child, and that's why he died. Like, I don't think this would have been as popular if he actually killed someone. But I think there was a child in his pen, and Harambe died to protect the child. And it was I don't know. Get it.
Yeah, after he approached a small boy who had climbed into his pen, while many onlookers believed the gorilla was trying to protect the boy, he was deemed to be dangerous and was immediately shot by zoo officials.
Yeah.
The public outcry after Harambe's death was massive and one of the bigger controversies of 2016.
But like,
gonna tell my kids this was Harambe mid-battle fighting for his life until he was massacred. And then it's just a picture of King Kong.
Of course. Yes, thank you, Vox, for including that incredibly relevant tweet that just says, because it says the word Harambe in it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Vox is weird with the way they're organizing this list, I'm not gonna lie.
I've worked at a listicle place before. It's tough out there. You just gotta grab whatever tweet you can find.
Gotta do what you can. I was looking through a different listicle site, CBR, earlier today, and they have a section that has just all their lists, and it's funny seeing just how many were made in the past hour. Like, within the previous hour that we were recording this, they have the 10 best Yona the Dawn episodes, 10 best games of 2023, 20 scariest manga of all time, and 10 best Superman team-up comics. I'm like, what the fuck is CBR doing? How do they get so many lists so goddamn quickly?
Well, okay. So
like,
here's a
they're
little
different.
insight.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Do you want a little insight into listicle making?
Sure, yeah.
Normally, authors are tasked with writing like 2 or 3 listicles a day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the quickest editing process I've ever been through. You literally like get assigned a topic, you write the list, you give it back, it gets like edited in 20 minutes and it's on the website.
Oh my god, that's wild.
And like normally like you have this,
I feel like the hardest part would just be finding images.
Setup. But no, not even, because like they normally have a stock photo website that has like a bunch of images for everything.
Oh really? Okay,
that they're subscribed to, and they're like, oh yeah, just get an image from here. Neat. And it's not neat because it's exploitative. And
oh yeah, I can imagine. I honestly, genuinely, back when I was like in the depths of like a job search and like when I was willing to put myself through literally anything, I applied to a few listicle places because I'm like, I could write listicles.
I get it.
And even now,
can.
Yeah, most people can. Even now that like ChatGPT is out, for instance, making it significantly easier to write listicles, you know?
Right.
Which I don't know about the ethics of that, but that's a discussion for another day. I feel like using AI to like supplement unnecessary like corporate garbage is wise. I use that to help write my cover letters.
Really? Okay, interesting.
I haven't written a cover letter that's actually unique in like the past year.
Well, I mean, we had someone who was very open about the fact that they wrote their cover letter using ChatGPT.
Okay. Like
they ended the cover letter by saying, and also, just so you know, I wrote this letter through ChatGPT to show you that I know how to use AI, and their application was thrown out immediately.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people think that's a selling point, that like, and for some companies it is. It's like, okay, you need to know how to interface with AI and use it in your work and stuff like that. And I'm like, for a news place though?
Yeah, I was
is
like,
that really wise? Is that something you want to brag about?
It's like we literally do like in-depth research and news writing, and you're like, yeah, I had this person do the only writing work I needed to do to apply to this job.
Yeah. Like, I don't tell anyone I use AI whatever I'm applying to their like job. It's a cover letter. No one gives a shit about a cover letter. The resume is what's more important. You know, at least for me.
And that's
why
you lie on the resume.
I didn't lie on my resume.
I always lie on the resume. Here's a tip.
I have a good resume, Trace. I don't need to lie. I have experience.
I'm not saying like lie all out, because you know sometimes that can be verifiable information. I'm just saying like embellish, lie, like gas yourself up even if it is a little bit of a lie. Be like, fair. Oh, you completed like 5 tasks in a day? I completed 10 tasks in a day. Like
that's true, because there's no way they're going to go back and check that.
Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to call your business and be like, did they actually complete 10 tasks every single day?
Yes.
And the company is going to keep a verifiable record that, yes, you did do that. No.
Yeah,
that's not going to happen.
Silly.
Embellish yourself a little bit. Lie.
There's nothing wrong
lie
with
on
that.
Your resume.
I didn't put exact numbers on my resume anyway. I just said general themes of what I do, you know, but I get it. There's definitely no qualms with doing that. But
yeah, lie on your resume.
Lie on your resume. Anyway, shall we move on to the last meme? Because Harambe's dead.
Yeah, Harambe's dead.
Goodbye.
Kick him out.
Goodbye. So then they skip from 2016 to 2019 because I guess there just weren't fucking any memes at all in that
Yeah,
period.
because the political collapse of America didn't generate some of the best memes of our lives.
It really did. I think they just wanted to avoid talking about, Pepe or Trump. Which the Pepe, I don't know.
Oh, Pepe.
Yeah. I never knew how it was pronounced.
What did you call him?
I said Pepe because I never knew how it was actually pronounced.
And you're fucking teasing me for chimney?
Okay, but you actually think chimney is right. I'm acknowledging that Pepe is wrong.
Chimney is right!
It's not.
People say chimney. It is chimney. People say chimney. I know for a fact that people say chimney.
Nope.
That is one way to say it.
There's
chimney
no way.
is also a way to say it.
I've never heard someone call it chimney. Okay. Anyway,
what's the last entry on this list?
Very last entry is Baby Yoda.
Thank you for listening to our podcast.
Like, that just hurts. That hurts, right?
I
like,
hate
of all
Baby
the things
Yoda.
they could have done. What the fuck?
Fuck Baby Yoda. I don't care about him. I never cared about that bitch.
Me neither. Like, I enjoy Star Wars. I like the universe. I enjoy watching The Mandalorian when it came out. Why was Baby Yoda a meme? It was just it was manufactured. It was intended to be a meme, and I don't. It was bad.
There were Disney plants on Twitter making those fucking memes to get them.
They really were. Like, that's not even a joke. They legitimately were on Twitter doing exactly that. It was the same thing with like fucking the Baby Peanut, because when Mr. Peanut died, that was the whole thing.
Okay, but I liked Baby Peanut.
Why?
Because it was so stupid.
It was very stupid. It was so dumb. And it lasted like, what, a year? Good lord.
I don't even think it lasted a year. I think it was like 6 months and he was finally back full grown.
I hated that. But yeah, is that Baby Groot? There's so much just...
And the babification of...
Yeah. The use of memes as marketing by corporate overlords. It hurts. It hurts me now,
It hurts
and it's
unless
so common.
you work for Hootsuite. No, not Hootsuite. Duolingo.
Huh?
The Duolingo TikTok account.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I forgot the Duolingo. Fuck it. They've embraced the meme. Yeah, Duolingo's doing the Wendy's thing, and honestly, fine. I get it.
And you know what? I know that I'm gonna eat my words in like a year when someone publishes the fact that they like exploited their workers.
I mean, probably. But
whatever. But some of them are very funny. Like when Duolingo posts something about like being into piss. That's peak. Like,
what? Hold on, I haven't seen that one.
I don't even know if they've done piss. I'm pretty sure they've done feet. Maybe there was one that was like Duolingo. Also, like a lot of them are like about Dua Lipa, which you can understand why.
Yeah.
And like one of them was like, oh, when Dua Lipa pees in the pool and it has someone jumping in the pool.
Weird.
Like, no, that one's funny.
It is funny, but it's still weird.
Like, I don't like celebrity worship, and I think you should just leave them alone, but also that's funny.
It is funny. I think Duolingo just in general is... There's a lot of memes surrounding it. Like the horror of the owl coming to murder you in your sleep if you don't. Like, that was 2021 meme, I think. Pretty, like, midst of COVID. But just, weird that Duolingo, of all things, has been, like, the center of meme culture for a bit.
Well, I don't know if I'd call them the center. I just say
the
TikTok
center.
is very funny.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. Anyway, that's the episode. I don't know how to end this. Like, we're talking about fucking Baby Yoda. I'm like, this has gotten... very off the rails. I think we've gotten extremely off the rails this episode. I feel like we usually go off topic, but this is like, we could not stay on topic, could we? And well, I like it. This is a good one. This is a good episode. I had fun with this.
Yeah, I mean, it was fantastic.
What?
We had some good rants in this one.
Yeah, we did. Let us know in the comments or through a review or just however you can reach out to us how you pronounce that chimney thing.
Chimney.
And leave 0 other comments. If you have anything else to say, keep it to your fucking self.
No, actually, chimney or only stuff specifically about biblical lore. Biblical lore.
Yes, I do want to hear the biblical lore
and
stuff.
Chimney.
If you know anything about like Hebrew numerology and all that jazz, I love that. I would love to hear more about that. So go ahead and leave that in the comments, and we will see you next week, or tomorrow, or in a few thousand years. Bye!
Or in 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah, in 7.